Get over here!
Hey, Hector!
Hey, he's talking to me, Oscar.
Sorry.
Actually, that's a little rude. I don't know why they never acknowledge you when we come over to visit. Hey, guys! Look at Hector. Check him out. Lord Hector.
Yes.
Lord of Ostia.
So, before we move on, welcome everyone to the epilogue of Let's Play Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. I am the Green Scorpion.
I'm the comic foil.
And here we are, pretty much going to wrap things up, going to watch the last remaining cutscenes of the game. And we're gonna address a few things and finally put this Let's Play to rest.
Now that we're past the fear of death. By the way, last chapter, no deaths.
Yeah!
High five, dude.
Yeah!
So, yeah, sorry, Hector, I was totally not listening to you. But, Hector's the Lord of Ostia, and they're actually looking to combine the Lycian League now.
Yes.
Just kind of integrate it all into one country rather than a series of city-states.
Yeah, and supposedly Hector's gonna be the leader of it all.
Yep, that's called centralizing your government.
Pretty much. And, yeah, I think, I can't remember if it happens all the time, but in Kaylin's case...
Yes.
Lynn not being... Oh, hey, speaking of which...
She has not changed at all.
No. Well, how much are you going to change in a year?
Yeah. I don't know. We've been playing this for a year, and I feel like we've grown stronger and wiser, and more resilient in the face of angry YouTube comments.
This is funny, and kind of adorably cute.
I like how there's a different one for each person who can marry Hector, too. Heck yeah! Well, guys, I want you to remember, anytime you're playing Sword of Seals, that's my godchild. Comic foil.
There you go.
That's little comic. Little Kamikita. That's her secret middle name. Melina Kamikita of Ostia.
What if it's a girl?
Well, it is a girl.
Oh, boy.
It's funny, because Hector already had that dream about having a daughter and a little orange-haired boy courting her.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, this is definitely my favorite version of the ending. So if it's a girl, and it just moves on. Which it is.
Hector, you had better take care of Lynn, alright?
Am I sensing some salt, Oscar?
A little bit!
Am I sensing some waifu-less salt?
Shut up. Shut up.
He sealed Armad's away, but he can still feel its power. He's still a titan.
Does he pick up Armads again, when he's called to the line of duty?
I believe so. Anyway, in any case, I know... Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but in any case, he still feels the power, and he still has that destiny thrust onto him that he...
Is it a destiny or a curse?
Yes. That his death will be in battle. And for some reason, he'll be a general next time we see him.
Yep. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, bye, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Fire Emblem 7 Rekka no Ken Blazing Sword.
I just teared up a little bit at Satoru Iwata.
Oh.
Man.
Moment of silence.
Yeah. So seriously, so many great games.
Absolutely. This definitely being one of them.
Yeah. Great Fire Emblem game.
Absolutely. Still holds up to this day, in my opinion.
I think it totally holds up.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Wonderful game. And a lot of people on the comments seem to agree with that.
I think if you go any further back than this, the games kind of stop holding up. I mean, Swords of Seals is pretty okay. I think this one's a little bit cleaner than Sword of Seals.
It definitely is.
I have to play Sword of Seals again, though.
Sword of Seals is nice. The pace is a little slower, unfortunately, and the thing is, like,
Hey Nintendo, how about an official US release of Sword of Seals?
We
and
would love
then
that.
we can try it. I will buy it on Virtual Console instantly.
Here's the thing about it. Sword of Seals, the pace is a bit slower, but that's because they were still experimenting with those mechanics. And overall, that
was a new kind of
there were still
storytelling
flaws.
style.
There are some chapters, infamous chapters in that game, that just throw people off.
Yeah. This one also is all around a much easier game.
Yes. So here's basically our progress.
You're gonna see some like spikes in the number of turns. Look at that, 80 turns.
Yep.
Because we were level grinding nils at that point.
Yeah.
That was when Yogi ran for the river.
Speaking of Sword of Seals, actually, there's something I want to address while we're here. A lot of you guys have been wondering whether Comic and I are going to do another Fire Emblem Let's Play at one point or another during on this channel. Wow, 1,005 turns.
Yeah. My first response to that is, by God, guys, give us some time.
Yes. The answer is yes. We do plan on having another playthrough of a Fire Emblem game on this channel. Just I gotta keep this thing moving because otherwise it's gonna go into sleep mode.
Yeah. Okay, let's save the announcements for later.
Okay, because yeah,
we have Matthew and we have Oswin.
Oswin. Let's just talk about Oswin for a second.
The ultimate wall.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
After the battle, Eric returned to his studies. His newfound feelings for Sarah were an unwelcome distraction. In Ossia, Sarah declared she would live for love with Eric, and Marquess Ossia gladly saw her off.
Aww.
That's really cute that Lynn acted as her mother figure there. Marcus, Slayer of Pirates.
Yes.
New champion of Baden.
We didn't use him much, but Marcus, you did us well. Oh, and this track.
We really only needed it for that one, yeah. Lowen, a little bit of use towards the beginning.
Yeah, we didn't use him much, unfortunately.
As soon as we got Sane and Kent back, we put him
Let's
on
address
the bench.
Matthew for a second. Matthew also served us so unbelievably well throughout the chapter.
Especially
he was the first
as a lookout.
one.
We used him more as a lookout than anything else. One of our biggest missteps.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rebecca.
One of our other biggest missteps, but it came back.
Dorcas! Let's... I am so happy we used Dorcas.
Yeah, I'm more of a barter guy myself, but Dorcas is pretty great.
Speaking of barter...
Yeah, the main reason I tend towards barter, one, because he's in Sword of Seals, but also because you can get Carla with him, who's one of the other characters we never got, and Carla's really good too.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with that. Guy had his moments.
Yeah, 29 wins. You're gonna see a couple losses thrown in there around the Lords, and that's because there were some chapters that we had to start over because a Lord died.
Yeah.
But I promise we didn't use that to cheat the system.
No, we didn't. He particularly had some really good moments in the Crazed Beast chapter.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm sorry, look, 0, 0, 0.
Well, she can't participate in battles, she's a healer.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Priscilla. I am so proud of you.
Man.
Absolutely proud of you, Florina.
I wish we could have gotten her a better support. But yeah, Champion of the Sky.
Absolutely.
Kent, great early on. We didn't carry you into the late game, but...
Yeah, sorry, bro. But, you know what? You're still a great knight.
We like you as a character. Just starting off, we knew right away we wanted Sane.
Yeah. Speak of the devil. The Green Lance.
The lovable lout.
Land horse.
Yep, we never found Sane a wife. Because you actually can't.
We started him with Fiora, but we never ended up finishing that.
We didn't have time.
Ugh. I'm sure people are still screaming at me about this one.
Sucks.
Raven and Lucius. I like this one.
Yeah.
After the conflict, Raven revealed his past to Hector. Hector offered to rebuild Raven's home, but Raven refused. He and Lucius travel as mercenaries, but Lucius is pleased to see his friend's heart has been eased. It's hard to see Lucius as a mercenary because he's a guy of, like, he's a cleric or like a priest. Sorry, Canis.
Canis, someone else is gonna have to save his village now.
Yeah.
Dart, the sleeping giant.
Like, supposedly he took a serious wound, like, fighting alongside Fargus, but supposedly he's in Foray now. We never really know what happened to him.
Yeah.
Fiora Fiora was the comeback kid this game.
Yeah, definitely the least popular out of the 3 Pegasi.
But no, she proved herself. She definitely did. Ah, Nils.
I mean, so many great bardic songs.
He was in one battle.
Yeah. Ninian was in way more battles, that's why.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Isadora.
We kind of thought about using Isadora. The chapter we first got her, we actually...
used her a little bit.
Yeah, 9 battles, apparently.
Yeah.
Pretty good, it's just there's so many other paladins in
Heath
this
was
game.
a similar situation, unfortunately.
Yeah, we thought about it, and then we had Vaida, and then we didn't even use her.
Although, she did prove useful during the 1 chapter.
Yeah. Heath's really cool, though. I've used him before.
Wrath is another cool character that had a lot of potential, but we never ended up using him, unfortunately.
This is one of the more balanced armies, I think, of any Fire Emblem game.
I totally agree.
There aren't many absolutely useless characters. And even characters like Hawkeye who come in promoted, like...
No, like, Hawkeye is bar none one of the most powerful characters in this game. We just didn't use him because of that.
He rocks socks. Like, it doesn't matter that they're pre-promoted. They're all good.
Especially this guy.
Yeah,
I almost wanted to use Geitz.
Yeah, but Dorcas.
Yeah.
There was no getting you to stop using Dorcas.
I'm sorry.
Except maybe if he died at that Coliseum.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, there she is. I mean, she earned her keep.
She definitely did.
Also, her hair blends in with the background. These two who will always get this block together because they start with an A support.
Yeah. You said that their support conversations unlock throughout the game instead of, like, just sitting next to each other.
Yeah, you can still get them to talk to each other.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't actually go ahead and do that, but we never really ended up using them after that 1 chapter.
I really like Pent. Pent's my favorite sage in the game. We just didn't use him as much this time around.
It was nice to use Eric.
There's too many good characters in this game. You can't use them all.
We didn't use Corel either. Nino!
We gotta get a traditional Swordmaster next time we play a Fire Emblem.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's a challenge for you. Next time, try using Nino. Get her the Aphis drops and try using her. She ends up having some of the most ridiculous magic power, even surpassing Kent if you get it right.
She's my second favorite sage. Eric's my third, but I like Eric too.
You still scare me, Jafar, but I love you.
Vaida, Vaida. Some rumors say she died at the hands of burned forces, but hell no.
No.
Actually, that's even scarier if she's serving Zephiel.
You know what? I never cared for Renault until you told me what the deal was with him, and now I'm seriously curious.
Yep. He's an interesting fellow.
He's very interesting. Only 3 battles.
Well, yeah, we got him right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a little surprised we didn't use him more, considering how powerful he was.
Yeah, but there were lots of people that we wanted to give screen time to. Athos kind of just shows up at the end. Merlinus, best character in the game.
By the way, 59 battles!
And no wins, because
he can't kill someone!
He's a carriage.
Oh, this one.
Eliwood and Ninian were wed after the conflict. Ninian gave up her old life and her people to enjoy a brief life with Eliwood. They have a son named Roy, who will one day take up arms to defend his nation. Spoilers, Fire Emblem, jeez.
Oh, there you go.
Spoilers to the game that this is a prequel of.
Hector succeeded his brother as the Marquess of Ostia, but the pain of his brother's death weighed heavily on him. His beloved Lyn gave him comfort and helped him become an enlightened leader.
Okay, small little gripe here, but Lyn's a really important character, and if you pair her with somebody, her epilogue gets reduced to, she supported this guy.
Yeah, that
She should have her own block.
She should.
Oh, it's talking about me. Tactician vanished after the final battle. Byrne, Lysias, and Etruria all sought those famed skills, but none ever found the Tactician. Some say the Tactician started his own Let's Play channel, which you can check out now at comicfoil.com/YouTube.
Subtle.
Rocking that beard.
He's got a beard!
Rocking that beard.
He's got a beard! By the way, I like the way Elwood looks. Like, you can just tell he looks a lot more mature here.
Yeah.
He kind of looks a little bit like Lloyd.
Yeah, he's got a little bit less of a baby face.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lloyd, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Have similar shaped hair.
Like, how far along is this? Like, 7 years?
Maybe. Did it say?
I don't know. I'm only assuming because of how small the characters that are about to appear are.
Yeah.
Hector still knows how to badmouth.
Yeah, that guy was a jerk. Who else's son would that be? He's gonna look just like him. I mean, I think this is kind of sad too. Like, these two have barely seen each other since that last battle.
He's so tiny!
Like, they both had to go to work, following in the footsteps of their fathers and taking care of their city-states.
Pretty much.
Little Roy.
He's so cute.
You're going to be so awesome in Super Smash Bros. 4.
By the way, girl!
Yep.
Girl!
He doesn't mind.
No, he
He's
doesn't mind
proud
at
of
all.
her.
Which also is an extremely important character in Sword of Seals.
Yeah.
Melina?
Yeah.
Woo!
She's shy.
She's very shy.
Hector did not rub off on her, at least not in that.
You know, when you look at her, she does kind of take after Lyn.
She totally looks like she could be Lyn's daughter.
Absolutely.
I've heard all kinds of things, though. I've heard a very strong case for Farina.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Because, like, I don't know. They both have blue hair. It'd
Gotta have the blue hair.
It'd be an entire family of blue hair, man.
There you go.
Yeah, but who's her mother? I mean, in this version, in this universe that we've created, Lyn is the mother.
Yes.
What happened to Lyn? I don't know.
She's around. These two will never stop being friends.
Yeah. Just sucks that they, like, don't get to see each other as much anymore. Too much work. Cats in the cradle and all that.
Illness and death.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Things are gonna get rough. But things were happy, too.
Yes.
We did not all die to dragons.
But anyway, again, like I was saying, if you guys want to... Yeah, if you guys want to... Actually, no, I'm not even gonna, like, talk over this.
Yeah,
this is what they were talking about.
You can't talk over this subtle music.
I was gonna explain something, and then this music happened, and then I see what they're talking about, and I'm like, oh, goodness gracious.
You can't talk about future videos while this foreboding music comes. They're all gonna think the future videos are evil. Yeah, there was another attempt on Zephiel's life. Also, small thing there, Hector's totally maintained the Ossian spy network.
Yes.
Which I'm sure Matthew is a big part of.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
Dang it, sorry.
That was my fault, I moved the cord.
That's probably the disadvantage of having it on this console, but at the same time, this is the only way we can record it.
It also means you can pause it whenever you want.
Okay.
Oh, you have a pony? No fair.
Aww.
And everything's gonna be okay. So, like, American players were so bewildered by this because it seems like it's setting up for a sequel that they didn't know already existed in Japan.
I know.
And then Sacred Stones came out, and they were like, what?
So maybe now I can talk about that?
You're gonna want to give it a couple more seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, in Castle Bern... Look at him all King Lear.
For what reason have you awakened a demon dragon? Who are you? Dragon.
Your name is Dragon?
Oh.
Don't awake a demon dragon. Yeah, this. We got this because we got that super hard chapter 19XX. So we get this image instead. Guys, that is Nurgle and Ninian and Nils' mother.
Oh, God!
Yeah, humans and dragons, y'all in harmony.
I did not... I don't think I ever got this.
You know when... We didn't see it at the time, but you know when they said Ninian was just staring at this glass window?
This is the painting.
This is what she was looking at. They said it was of a human and a dragon.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, because Nurgle's totally their dad.
Oh, snap.
But that's just a theory.
No!
So, let's talk about future videos.
Right then.
A game theory. Let's talk about future videos.
So yes, like, while the title screen graces us with some awesomeness, it will in a second.
Yeah, it can play through the demo.
Yeah, that's fine.
You do
that. So, a lot of you were wondering, as I was saying again, that you guys wanted us to do another Fire Emblem game on the channel. We're not going to do one for a good while, because we need a break from this.
Also, if we do Fire Emblem all the time, we're going to get a Fire Emblem blowout.
Yeah, kind of. That being said, we do plan on having one, having another Fire Emblem playthrough eventually. That being said, there are 3 Fire Emblem games that we in particular would like to do if that were the case. One option is if we can do Sword of Seals, because it's kind of a fitting sequel. It's
yeah,
kind of
see where the story goes from here.
Yeah, see where the story goes from here.
See if we can keep our continuity with who we got killed.
Yeah, kinda. But another option would be the actual sequel, Fire Emblem 8 Sacred Stones. We have access to that one. It's a pretty good game, and pretty much follows a similar mechanics and everything.
And that way we'd be following chronologically in the order of Fire Emblem games that came out here in the US of A.
Exactly. And the third option, which is a daring one, but at the same time we are willing to do it, is to do the Tellius Saga. We will do, if you guys would like us, we will do Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. That being said, just warning you guys, if you want us to do that one, that's a long one.
Either way, you're not going to see Fire Emblem for a while.
Yes, but if we were to do Fire Emblem again, we're thinking of doing one of those 3. Now then, as for where we're going to go from here, we've got a few ideas rolling around in our heads, but the next Let's Play that we're planning on doing, should I tell them what it is, or should we wait?
No, let's keep it in anonymity.
Okay, but let's just say they're going to be shorter Let's Plays. We're going to say that much, because we kind of need a break from all this long play nonsense. But rest assured, you guys, I'm pretty sure will be pleased with the results. And the last thing I want to address before we go ahead and call it a day is highlights. I'm kind of taking a page out of Rabbid Luigi, so Rabbid Luigi, if you're watching this, which I doubt, honestly, don't think I'm, like, plagiarizing you or anything, because you're awesome, and I think what you do is an excellent idea, and I want to replicate it.
It's an homage, dude. Sincerest form of flattery.
Yes. Basically, let us know, guys, what you think were some of the greatest moments in this playthrough, and leave it down in the comments, and Comic Foil and I will look through them, and I'll compile a montage of, like, what were some of the best moments in the series.
This kind of gives us, like, an interesting different take on it, because, like, unlike most Let's Plays, our Let's Play also has, like, tragic moments.
Yes.
Where people, like, died.
Yeah, I might add in that montage.
So,
like,
highlights kind of mean something different here.
Yeah, so, like, do you want funny moments? Do you want epic moments? Tragic moments? Take your pick, guys, and I'll put it together, and it'll be a nice little thing. But, with that, that pretty much concludes Let's Play Fire Emblem Recon no Ken Blazing Sword. I am the Green Scorpion.
I'm the Comic Foil.
And we will see you guys next time.
One, two.
Fire Emblem via sine fine, facile usoshi, umbra labinum divilam asque has besa, vera has vera nini, urenini mue. Fire Emblem via sine fine, facile unsoshi. What the heck does any of that freaking mean?
I'm just so impressed we actually did it!
No kidding!
That's Latin! Except it's not even real Latin!
It's not! Oh god, who came up with this?
Sakurai. Sakurai!
Sakurai!